That my Brooklyn go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on to ride nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Looking to pass. Tua. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Raiders had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. This defense for the Chiefs, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's going to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 26. A good pickup there of 20 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mahomes now to throw. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. About a half-yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Mahomes, rolling to his right. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. And the defense shows they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Tua going to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Here's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down. holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Raiders 10, Chiefs nothing.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
Well, he fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tua. That's caught by Waller out left side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Now Tua. And this is caught. Touchdown. Darren Waller. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how it... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
We've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling it now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now, because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a fight.
He's got a man, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, Jacobs.
And he's got nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mesh there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the 41, Mahomes.
And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18, and a first down.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa looking deep for Adams. This is caught inside the 15. And he goes diving to get as much as he can following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Jacobs looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul not only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now here's Mahomes.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Looking to pass. Tua. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, here's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got some space here. The 30. 10, 5, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco.
67 yards.
And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man. It's Darren Waller.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Raiders first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Raiders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of...
He's got a man, complete. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And it's good, but it's also of little consequences. This game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still.
I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing is done.
So for Las Vegas, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they hope.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boys for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect mines with complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, a major thing to do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem. Little tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers.